Hello and welcome to the Ahli bin Zayed Stadium in Ahli for match day 5 of the AFC Champions League Elite West region. It's defending champions Ahli up against Ahli of Saudi Arabia. And this is why this match is so important. The contrast between the two teams' fortunes couldn't be more stark. Ahli at the bottom winless and Ahli a 100% record. The hosts really do need to start winning if they're going to keep alive their dream of winning back-to-back titles. Conditions here absolutely lovely. We're moving into the winter season here now in the Middle East and the Gulf region. The pitch, as ever, here at the Ahli bin Zayed Stadium in excellent condition. And there are our match officials getting ready to come out onto the pitch. We just await the teams now. The two sides who are going to gather in the tunnel shortly. The Ahli fans, they've made their way here to Ahli, and they've got every reason to be optimistic given the way their side are playing. They're one of 4 teams without a defeat in this western region. One side in the east have also managed that. Ahli, they've never won an AFC Champions League or Asian top competition. They've twice been runners-up, back in 1985-86, when the tournament was known as the Asian Club Championship, and again in 2012. But they really are in great form in this competition this season, and they seem to have run into some decent form as well in all competitions. Defensively, they've become very, very solid indeed. And even though they're a long way behind the top teams in the Saudi Pro League this season, in fact, they are 13 points off the lead. They've put their eggs in this Champions League basket, and they'll certainly be hoping to make some real progress here, starting with tonight's match, to try and maintain their excellent form. They've played once in the UAE this season already in the AFC Champions League Elite, and that was against Al Wasl on match day 2, and they were excellent there. They won by 2-0, and the truth of the matter was that Al Wasl barely laid a glove on them. They were so well organised, and they scored a couple of cracking goals too. The Ahli players now gathering in the tunnel. The Ahli players behind them. Earlier this year, this venue really reverberated to the charge by Ahli towards the final and lifting the AFC Champions League. They beat Yokohama F. Marinos in the final over 2 legs, including a second leg here, where they won by 5-1. Since then, it's been a little bit of a contrast. You can see in the background there with the Ahli players, Matthias Jaisler, the German coach of the Saudi team, just 36 years of age. Joined Ahli on a 3-year contract last season. And he's starting to stamp his mark on this team. 2 sets of substitutes there on the bench. How many of those will be called upon? You can see in the middle of your screen there, Ivan Toney. Talk about an embarrassment of riches for Ahli. A man who was signed for a reported 42 million euros in the summer. He's not even in the starting lineup. Khalid Issa, the goalkeeper, just having a chat there with young Mohamed Awadallah, 22-year-old forward, who's been given an opportunity this evening by his coach, Leonardo Jardim, a new coach for Ahli, taking over from Hernan Crespo, who was sacked after match day 4. Well, we've talked about riches on the bench for Ahli. You just saw there Kaku, the Paraguayan international. He's on the bench tonight for Ahli. The AFC Champions League Elite music has started in the stadium. And very shortly, the match officials and the two teams will make their way out onto the pitch. The AFC flag leading the way as ever. This is what it's all about. 24 teams across the region, 12 in the east, 12 in the west, to decide the best club team on the continent. Roberto Firmino wearing the captain's armband this evening for the visitors Al Ahli, who are playing in the green strip. Alain playing in the predominantly white strip, and that's what it's all about. There's been disappointment here this season at the way the team have performed, particularly in this competition off the back of such success last season. Can they produce now tonight against one of the best sides this term? Handshakes and high fives all round. And very shortly we will be underway. Not a big crowd in tonight. A little bit of disappointment, I think, at the way things have gone for Alain this season. But they've got the chance now to turn things around. Let's have a look at the two teams then. First of all, Alain, and Leonardo Jardim makes two changes from the side that won 4-2 against Al Aruba in round 8 of the UAE Pro League last Thursday. Number 5, Park Yong-woo, the holding midfielder from South Korea, and number 6, Yaya Nada, the UAE international midfielder. Both come back after starting that last game on the bench because of international action in the World Cup qualifiers earlier this month. Here's the Alain team. And there's our match official for this evening, Adam Makadme of Jordan, just 37 years of age. Two captains, Firmino and Banda Alababi. The referee, no stranger to this venue. He refereed the semi-final in last season's AFC Champions League at this venue against Al Hilal. That was a 4-2 win for Alain, and they got 3 penalties on that occasion. There's Jardim, who of course is no stranger to this competition. He won the AFC Champions League in 2021 with Al Hilal. Let's have a look at Al Ahli's lineup then. And Yisla makes 2 changes to the side that won round 11 of the Saudi Pro League on Friday night. 1-0 against Al Fayr. In come number 27, Ali Hassan Majrashi, expected to play at fullback. And number 79, Franck Kessie, the Côte d'Ivoire international midfielder. Edouard Mendy, the Senegal international, takes over in goal from the last AFC Champions League match day, with Abdulrahman Al-Sanbi dropping to the bench. The Al Ahli players facing their supporters. There's a great bond between the two. Entering the lion's den, I suppose you could say, this evening, given that Alain are the champions. And there's a man who's going to be absolutely crucial tonight, Soufiane Rahimi, the top scorer in this competition last season. 13 goals he scored. And another leading marksman there, Kojo Laba. There's been a few subtle changes by Jardim since he's come in, and one of them is to give Laba an opportunity in the starting lineup. He was relegated to the bench for much of the time under Hernan Crespo, certainly in Asia. No change there for Palacios, very much an ever-present in midfield. And you just saw briefly Khalid Al-Hashmi. He's back in favour now under the new coach. So it's going to be Alain who will get us underway. Alain in the predominantly white strip, kicking from left to right on your screens. The champions then getting this match going. Leonardo Jardim, his first match in charge of Ahli in this competition. And there's his opposite number, Matthias Jesler, the German who played as a centre-back in German domestic football. There's another centre-back there, Ibanez, the Brazilian. Mohamed Awadullah on the ball. Mentioned Ibanez there, and well, he played a crucial role in the win on match day 2 here in the UAE against Al Wasl. Set up one goal for Riyad Mahrez and scored the other with a header from a corner. Again on the ball. And a touch for Mendy. Edouard Mendy. 7 starts for him in the Saudi Pro League this season. Kojo Laba penalised for that challenge on Ibanez. It's much more than just a central defender, Ibanez. Creative player as well, and you just saw, and again on the ball, Mira Demiral, his central defensive partner from Turkey, current Turkish international. This movement forward really by either side was Ali Majrashi playing a wing back. Now a chance for Mohamed Awadullah to use his pace, and Ibanez across to snuff out the danger. That's why Awadullah is in the side. It's interesting there to see that clapping on the sidelines from Jesler, because one of the things he spoke about in the lead up to this match was the fact that he and his team were acutely aware of one of the skills that Ahli have, and that's in transition. They do break very, very quickly. We've got Awadullah on this right-hand side, and on the left-hand side, Soufiane Rahimi. You can see him at the top of your screen there. If Al Ahly do play a high line this evening, there's every opportunity for the ball to be put in behind that line, for those players to run onto the ball. They've got to be very watchful, Al Ahly. 13 goals for Rahimi in this competition last season. And that included a hat-trick against Al Hilal in the semi-final first leg. Throw in on this near side by Saad Yaslam, who's playing at left back. It's a good crowd in tonight. By no means a full house, though. There is that residual disappointment around the traps here in Al Ain at the way the side have started this season. They've managed just one clean sheet. This is their 16th match of the term, and that clean sheet actually came in a President's Cup match against a side from the second tier. Khalid Al-Hashmi back to his goalkeeper, Khalid Esser. One in the air by Park Yong-woo, South Korean international. Eric Jorgens down the line, picked up by Palacios, trying to find Rahimi. First contribution from him in the match. Roberto Firmino wearing the captain's armband tonight. Yez bursting forward, a lovely through ball, but he's just overcooked it a touch, I think. Yes, he has. Saad Yaslam can't keep that in play. Kawadio with his goalkeeper looking to play out from the back, but good pressing from Feras Al-Brekan doesn't allow that. Jardim, no stranger to football in this region. I mentioned earlier that he coached Al Hilal to the AFC Champions League in 2021. And in 22-23, he coached Shabab Al Ahli here in the UAE to the league title. Al-Brekan attempting little flick on. Park. Firmino. Al-Brekan looking for Firmino, can't find him. Ball dinked forward on that far side, looking for Riyad Mahrez, who gets the ball now and lays it back. From Kessie. Picked up by number 24, Gabri Vega. Long ball again, looking for Saad Yaslam, can't find him. It's Alexander, the number 11, young Brazilian, just 20 years of age. Real excitement now around this stadium whenever Awadullah gets the ball. He's not able to use possession wisely on that occasion. And then Ibn Yez brought down by Awadullah. He's just so comfortable on the ball, the number 3. Yez, one of 2 players to start every Saudi Pro League match this season for Al Ahli, along with Riyad Mahrez. So the first opportunity for either side to put a dead ball into the danger area, and Mahrez is the man with that outstanding left foot of his. He's going to look to try and drop this on the head of one of his teammates. Ibn Yez is there, look. Scored with a header against Al Wasl on match day 2. Cross is deeper. It's ricocheted off Yahya Nada and put out of play by Khalid Al-Hashmi. Some concerned faces on the sidelines among the spectators. Little flick by Kessie. Majrashi. Al-Brekan going down under challenge. Ball belted forward by Palacios, looking for the run of Laba. Can't find him. Kojo Laba, once again among the goals this season. The 32-year-old player from Togo, 9 goals in all competitions. None so far this season in the AFC Champions League Elite. What a record he's got domestically, though. 105 goals in 112 UAE Pro League matches. He's got to get the ball across there by Vega. Eric Jorgens back on defensive duty. Lane are at their best when he's linking up with Rahimi down that left-hand side. It's a corner, and it's going to be Mahrez again with that left foot. He's going to try and bend this one in. Alababi is at the near post. Two players joined by Ibanez and also Albracan now in the 6-yard box. And it comes. Kessie gets the flick on. Laba can break. Gets the ball out to this near side. Palacios. It's a poor ball from him. It's a chance really to try and get Rahimi going. Just over 10 minutes gone then. Neither goalkeeper troubled as yet. Jorgens looking to use that pace of his. Picked up by Firmino, dispossessed by Jorgens. Khalid Al-Hashmi. Good turn by Vega. He showed too much of that ball to the UAE international central defender. And in fact, Al-Hashmi gets the free kick for a little trip. Khalid Al-Hashmi preferred in the side to Fabio Cardoso. Certainly not happy with the challenge meted out on him there. Cardoso was pretty much flavour of the month at the start of the season. But Al-Hashmi now back in favour alongside his UAE international teammate Kouadio at the back. See that Ali Rashid is wearing a face mask this evening to protect the knock he's taken. Rahimi wins the header. Good work from Demiral to win the ball then. Palacios with the foul on Ibanez. Palacios, who's now a UAE citizen, not qualified to play for the national team as yet though. Jorgens can burst forward. The referee plays the advantage. Is that kept in play? No, it isn't. And the referee will bring play back now. Jorgens would quite like a booking there. A yellow card for Mahrez. In fact, a yellow card for Majrashi, who made the challenge. It's Mahrez who was doing the querying. Referee keeps his cards in his pocket at this stage. In fact, no, just out of sight. Majrashi did get a yellow card for that, so the first one of the evening. Just a glimpse there of Jorgens' pace and ability down that left-hand side. He's operating in a slightly more central role earlier this season. Hashmi with the clearance. The game hasn't really taken shape as yet. Rahimi with the push. Mentioned our referee, Madam McAdamy, refereed the semi-final here last season. He also, interestingly enough, refereed on matchday 5 here last term, when Alain lost 3-1 to Paktakor of Uzbekistan. It was significant because Alain, as is the case this season, changed their coach after 4 match days. of the competition. They ended up winning, of course, last term. It's going to be a corner. Al feels he was pushed there by Vega. The referee disagreeing. Let's have a look from this angle. Well, you have to say, a little bit of sympathy for him there. That was definitely a shove by Vega, as demonstrated by Al. Nothing given, though, as far as the referee's concerned. And Vega will have the corner on this near side, which he'll look to swing in right-footed. A lot of pushing and shoving happening around the penalty spot. It's a poor corner. Labba gets something on it. Goes all the way across the face of goal. Firmino will pick it up. Alexander lays it back. It's a good ball in. A little bit too close to Khalidisa. Just to confirm, incidentally, my initial impression was that there hadn't been a card shown to Majrashi. I've been told in my ear that indeed that was the case. There was no card given. Chance now for Ahli to break. Rahimi goes down. And the referee gives nothing. Rahimi feels he got a push in the back there. And he stayed down now. See if we can make out what happened here. Was there a tangle of feet there between himself and Demiral? Demiral had got away from him. It was certainly contact. Whether that was inadvertent or not, I'll leave you to be the judge. This angle might show us more. Rahimi certainly got the better of Demiral there in terms of pace. Tangle of legs. And the referee had to think about it and said no penalty. He is communicating with VAR, though. Our VAR official this evening is Sivakorn Pudahom of Thailand, and he decides that our referee got things spot on. Awadullah couldn't bring that ball down. He had his hands on his head afterwards, feeling a little disappointed that he wasn't able to make more of that opportunity. And looked as though Vega was going to get through, and he feels he should have had a penalty there. He stayed down in the penalty area now. I'm sure VAR will look at that too. Meanwhile, forward come Ahli. Rahimi, good save, Mendy, and over the top the follow-up from Palacios. First real energy. Let's have a look at the possible penalty first. Coming together between Al and Vega. And then at the other end, Rahimi breaking, getting the better of Ibanez. Great save by Mendy. And then Palacios, well, he'll feel he should have done better there. Flying in with his right foot, but couldn't keep it down. And you saw Jardim's reaction there. He wants more from the crowd. It's been a subdued atmosphere here at the Hazard bin Zayed Stadium so far. Conversation now between our referee, Adam McAdamy, and Franck Kessie. Another look at that penalty appeal. Firmino, very clever return ball to Vega. Two players coming together. Referee seeing nothing in it. Ibanez took quite a tumble there. He was outfoxed by Soufiane Rahimi, and that was an example of Rahimi's pace, and that was what Yaisla, the Al Ahly coach, was talking about before the match got underway. The awareness, trying to get the better of the Al players, particularly Rahimi, in those sorts of situations. Will it be a lesson learned for the visitors, I wonder? Well, this match just crackling into life as we go past 20 minutes. Action at both ends. Coadio. Coadio, one of 9 players in the Ahli squad who were in international duty in the World Cup qualifiers earlier this month. Rahimi with the attempted back heel, looking for Eric Jorgens, couldn't find him. Majrashi with the throw. Trying to bring that down particularly effectively, but swept forward looking for Vega, cut out by Alababi. Yaya Nada swings the ball in looking for Laba with his back to goal. Great turn. Oh, and that really was a terrific shot. He took it so early with the outside of his right foot, and Mendy really had to be alert. Terrific turn, the early shot, and Mendy was down quickly to smother. Demiral getting the run around there by Kojo Laba. Demiral, one of the Ahli players who was on international duty in November. Nations League matches for Turkey against Wales and Montenegro. That latter game, a bit of a disaster for Turkey, really. They lost that one by 3-1, allowing Wales to end up winning that group. Ball swept forward to this near side to number 31. Side Yaslam. Got a free kick, which was taken quickly. And that was why he got the free kick. Hawadullah barging into him. Demiral out to the far side. Majrashi. Firmino. Kessie. Mahrez with a little flick. Wants the return ball cleared by Al-Hashmi. Palacios dispossessed by Kessie. Yaslam linking up with Firmino, trying to thread the ball through to Vega. In the end, Sad Yaslam penalised for the challenge on Awadullah. I mentioned there's been some subtle changes by Leonardo Jardim. Awadullah coming into the starting lineup, certainly one of them. Laba another. And that he not really been favoured under Crespo in the AFC Champions League. Preferred to operate with Rahimi almost as a false 9. And then, of course, on top of that, Khalid Al-Hashmi coming back in place of Fabio Cardoso. Benitez with the header clear. And the free kick goes Alain's way. Kessie can't believe it. He feels that was a very soft one. Awadullah going down. The free kick here is in a great position. There was a little bit of hands around the shoulders there. That's what the referee wasn't happy about. And Awadullah feeling those hands on his shoulders, went down. Palacios and Jorgens are over the ball on this near side, our commentary box side of this Hazard bin Zayed Stadium. There's Palacios. If Jorgens takes it, he'll whip it in at pace with his left foot. Mendy's got 2 players in his wall. 5 players in the area for Ahli. Palacios bends it in. It's a decent ball too. And in the end, Faris El-Brekan happy to put it behind for a corner. Looks like a charge of the cavalry there from the edge of the 18-yard box. As soon as that ball was put into the danger area, everyone charging towards it. Very difficult ball to defend. El-Brekan did well there. Palacios with the corner on that far side. Just over 25 minutes gone. He has the option of the short corner with Jorgens. Palacios puts it in. It's an interesting ball in. I'm sure it was a miss hit. Found its way to the near post. And Rahimi, who shot on the turn, ends up in the side netting. He attempted a little flick at first. Really acute angle. It's going to take something special to score from there. They're an absolute forest of players, as you could see from that last replay. Guardia with the cushioned header, puts the ball back and hooks it long. Labba takes it on the chest, surrounded by Ahli players. And Awadullah looking to use his pace, forgot to control the ball. Yahya Nada pushed off the ball there. It goes all the way through to Faris El-Brekan. To that far side. Mahrez checks back. Kessie. Ibanez. Turned by Vega. Gets the shot in. Blocked by El-Hashmi. This is the 43rd edition of Asia's top club competition, and the first in a rebranded format. 24 teams, 12 in the east, 12 in the west. Free kick against Jorgens. A bit of wrestling there from Eric Jorgens on Riyad Mahrez, which the referee took exception to. I don't think Mahrez was too impressed with it either. 2 groups of 12. East and west. Each side plays 8 matches in a league format. El-Brekan trying to get the ball across. Top scorer last season in the Saudi Pro League for Ahli. Cross blocked and a corner to follow. Mahrez just jogging over to take it. Riyad Mahrez, what a storied career he's had. Joined in July of last season from Manchester City. 11 goals last term in the Saudi Pro League. Referee just holding proceedings up while he lays down the law to the players in and around the 6-yard box. Just says no pushing, no pulling, please. Mahrez with the corner below our commentary position, and in fact there is a little bit more pushing and shoving. And the referee speaking to Firmino and also Yahya Nada. So that corner will have to be retaken. Mahrez again then, take 2. Swings it in, it's cleared Khalid Issa. Palacios misses his attempted clearance, and then the ball back from Vega misses its intended target, Saad Yaslam. Khalid Issa, though, looks as though he's going to require some treatment here. See if we can make out what happened. You can see what happened quite clearly there. He was caught by Ibanez. Came flying in. Might even have been Al-Hashmi, in fact, who collided with his own goalkeeper. A bit of magic spray required. Khalid Issa, who's had a tough time this season. 29 goals conceded. And in fact, in terms of the AFC Champions League, 15 goals conceded in 4 matches. It's a horrible statistic, really, for Al. Just the one clean sheet for Khalid Issa in the President's Cup round of 16. In total, 34 goals conceded in 15 matches. And that's including 10 in the past 3. Those last 3 matches, FIFA Intercontinental Cup game against Al Ahli of Egypt, which was lost 3-0. In the last match for Hernan Crespo, a 5-1 loss against Al Nassr of Saudi Arabia on match day 4. And even Jardim's first match in charge, which took place last Thursday, Al Ain scored 4 goals, but they did concede 2 late on to Al Aruba. Al-Brikan out to this near side. Vega with the shot. Attempted layback there by Firmino. Maybe he could have been a little bit more selfish there. Firmino, always been a very strong right-footed player. Showed his reluctance to put his left foot through that one. And then Al-Hashmi trying to get the ball clear, and it ricocheted off Al-Brikan. Jardim's just been prowling the edge of his technical area throughout the course of the evening. His opposite number looking a little bit more relaxed, but also right on the edge of that technical area. You can see them both, in fact, to the bottom of your screen there. Palacios, Jorgen's little flick from him. Rahimi, flick 2. Picked up by Madrashi, who's dispossessed. High tempo to this match, but not a lot of shape to it as yet. Certainly from an Al perspective, though, as I've mentioned, given the porous nature of their defence this season, they'll certainly be happy they haven't conceded as yet. It's been an all too common problem for them. It's always been such a thrilling side going forward. Shutting the back door has been the issue for them this term. Demiral. Madrashi. Mahrez sweeps the ball forward. What a ball that was. Picked up on this near side by Saad Yaslam, but the vision once again there of Mahrez to see that crossfield ball and to pick out his man. Have a look at that. Superb delivery. Yaslam couldn't take advantage of it. Mahrez gave me one of my highlights of the AFC Champions League Elite campaign so far, when he scored on match day 2 against Al Wasl, bringing the ball down superbly. Corner comes in. Another little bit of class from him there as Rahimi looks to come forward. Laba, the early ball from him, looking for Yahya Nada, couldn't find him. Mahrez penalised this time. Ahli trying to set Banda Al-Ababi away. Ibanez in with the challenge. In the end, what's the referee given here? I think he's given a free kick against Al-Ababi. Tangle of arms and legs there. Al-Ababi diving in, trying to stop the ball going behind. Taking out Ibanez in the process. Right in front of the Al Ahli fans. You can see how disappointed they were at that challenge. Banda Al-Ababi hasn't featured for the UAE national team this season. Only 300 professional appearances for the captain now, 34 years young. What a sight that is, the Al Ahli fans. They're down in 7th in the Saudi Pro League at the moment. 13 points off the top of the table. In this competition, they've been absolutely superb this term. Al-Hashmi with the clearance, taken by Rahimi on his chest. He's got Jorgens outside him. Jorgens on the run. Mendy's read that one, though. That's good goalkeeping. Rahimi again. He's got room to run at the defence. Checks back this time, though. And was he fouled? Yes, he was. Well, Madrashi, there was a little bit of confusion as to whether he'd been booked earlier. He's got a yellow card now. This is why. To say that was a robust challenge is perhaps the understatement of this or any season. Quite sure what he was trying to do. He wasn't anywhere near the ball, as you could see from that replay. I think our referee, Madam McCadme, absolutely correctly brandishing that yellow card as a result. So a good opportunity again here now for Al Ahli, for Alain, I should say, to get the ball into the box. Palacios and Jorgens once again over the ball. Two players once again in the wall. Palacios goes square, and the shot comes in from Al-Ababi. I'm not sure that was necessarily the right option. Chance to get the ball into the danger area. Instead, a shot which was high wide and not too handsome. Madrashi. Dispossessed. Rahimi, it's good work from Ibanez. Awadullah. Cross comes in, and it's Demiral this time with the header away. It's more like it from Alain. And they've got a corner which Palacios will take. Palacios in charge of the dead balls this evening, with Kaku on the bench, Paraguayan international. Ball swung in, and again, not great delivery. You need to make more of these to Alain, these opportunities to get the ball into the danger area. Yaya Nada goes square to Jorgens. Dinked in towards the back post to no one in particular. Will harmlessly go out for a goal kick. Eric Jorgens, now UAE passport holder, missed the start of the season with an ankle injury. his 5th season at Ahli, still just 23 years of age. Majrashi, Kessie, Ibanez. Sweeping ball forward again from the Brazilian. Awadullah comes away with the ball, confronted by Kessie, goes for the early delivery. Picked up by Palacios. Jorgens inside to Labber. Jorgens again. Little step over from him, checks back. Al-Hashmi up with the attack. Alababi, oh, that's good skill to get away from Vega. Gets the cross in, it's just over the head of, it was Palacios in there. And in the end, the corner's conceded, but a little bit of chaos there at the back for Ahli, for Al-Ali, I should say, temporarily. Jorgens shot in the end, and Demiral with the block. It was hit sweetly. Mendy was always going to stop that, I think. No chances taken. The corner swung in. Labber's there and heads over the top. Really deep cross from Jorgens. One in the air by Al-Hashmi. Labber got there ahead of the goalkeeper, but he couldn't keep his header down. Kojo Labber just a light inquiry to the referee, thinking he'd got a little bit of a push. And an exhalation of breath from Jaisler. Relieved man after that last dead ball situation. There was a coming together there between Kojo Labber and Edouard Mendy. Mendy coming off the worst. Mendy was on African Cup of Nations qualifying duty earlier this month for Senegal against Burkina Faso and Burundi. A couple of clean sheets for him. And in 7 Saudi Pro League matches this season, 3 clean sheets and just 5 goals conceded. So he's been a very safe pair of hands for the men in green. Lengthy delay while he receives treatment. Quite a few of the Ahli players used that opportunity to come over and have a chat with Leonardo Jardim and take some instructions. Mendy's up and about again. And looks as though he's going to be able to continue. Just over a minute of normal time remaining. There'll be a little bit of time added on. Guardio's done well initially there, but in the end he's overcrowded. And Khalid Issa quickly off his line as Vega burst forward. Palacios on the far side. Park in the holding midfield role. Guardio made his debut for the UAE earlier this season in September. In his 6th season in football in this country now. Long ball forward, looking for Albrican. Firmino bursting forward. Was on his favoured right foot. He couldn't wrap that foot around the ball. Send that one goalwards. While you're watching this replay of Firmino, getting that one completely wrong. Our 4th official. It's Mohamed Arafa of Jordan. All our 4 officials on the pitch this evening and just off it. From Jordan, he's held up a board. It says a minimum of 4 minutes will be played. There's the possession statistics in the top left-hand corner of your screen. Ahli having very much the lion's share of the ball in this first half. You couldn't honestly say that Khalid has had to make a save of any note. It's Mendy who's been the man who's been called upon more often.
Go! Go, guys!
Still lack of goal-mouth action, though. It's not to say the game hasn't been very watchable. Lava really deep. Tries to Awardullah through, not able to do so. Now he moves back into a more forward position. Kessie brings that down beautifully. Mahrez. Demiral. Ibanez. Bursting forward down this left-hand side, just overcooks that pass though. There's no way that Yaslam was going to catch up with that. Saad Yaslam, Riyadh-born defender on this left-hand side, 24 years of age. Former Saudi under-23 international, part of the squad that won the under-23 Asia Cup in Uzbekistan a couple of years ago. Both coaches will be just composing their half-time chats. Given how weak the defence has been for Al Ain this season, I'm sure Jardim will be quite happy with the way his side has shut that particular door in the first 45 minutes or so. Kessie dispossessed by Palacios. Ibanez, Yaslam trying to get the better of Awardullah, just tangling with Awardullah to the extent that the young striker for Al Ain takes a tumble. In that replay, almost appeared that he tripped over his own feet, but the referee felt he got a little bit of a push in the back. It's been a half for the thinkers here. Not too much to get the fans of either side up out of their seats. It's still been enthralling stuff. And that is the half-time whistle. Our referee, Adam McCadmay, blows his whistle to signal the end of the first period. And it's been a period that really hasn't had too much goal-mouth action. Both sides have tested and probed. There's been a lot of pace up front, but the two sets of defences have sat deep for the most part to ensure that that pace hasn't been able to come into full effect. Closest we've come to a goal, Mendy's made a good save, but otherwise it's been the two sides cancelling each other out really here at the Hazard bin Zayed Stadium. So half-time in this matchday 5 fixture in the AFC Champions League West, and the defending champions Al Ain and the side that topped the table jointly, Al Ahli, they're all square. It's 0-0 here. Welcome back to the Hazard bin Zayed Stadium, where we're getting ready for the second half of match day 5 in this West region encounter between Al Ain and Al Ahli. 0-0 at half-time, and aside from a couple of saves by Edward Mendy in the first half from Soufiane Rahimi and Kojo Laba, not an awful lot to get too excited about. Both sides really cancelling each other out. Rahimi not seeing a lot of the ball, and that's something that Al Ain will want to rectify in the second half. But in all fairness to Al Ahli, defensively they did a very fine job, and they're moving now towards 5 hours of competitive action since they last conceded a goal. That was actually back on match day 4 against Al Shorta, and they ended up winning that match by 5-1. Off we go then, and it's Al Ahli playing from left to right on your screens in the green strip, will get us underway. No changes by either side at half-time, so it's as you were in terms of the starting lineups. Al Ain, one of 2 UAE sides out of 6 that Al Ahli have played, but they've never beaten. Rahimi, a chance to run. In the end, he goes down just outside the area and gets a free kick for a challenge by Mahrez. The Algerian player on the Moroccan. This is what Al Ain were looking for, though. Really, the opportunity for Rahimi to run at pace. He loves running and cutting in from this left-hand side onto his favoured right foot, and there's the contact between Mahrez and Rahimi. So the referee quite correct to award that free kick. And Rahimi is over the ball now with Jorgens. We saw in the first half that Palacios was given plenty of opportunity to produce from dead ball situations and wasn't really able to deliver. Kaku, who we've just seen warming up on the sidelines, Paraguayan international, he's the usual dead ball specialist. Rahimi then, 4 players in the wall. Rahimi goes for goal, it hits the wall, hits Mahrez and goes behind for a corner. I think he might have caught Mahrez's arm here, but couldn't honestly say that he put his arms up. Is it going to be checked? I think it is, you know. VAR official Sivakorn Pudahom. And the check is complete. Jorgens then swings in the corner, headed away by Ibanez. And the referee's whistle goes for a foul. Shake of the head from Kojo Laba. All sorts of pushing and shoving going on, but he was penalised, I think, for basically jumping into Ibanez there. Yaslam looking to burst clear on that far side. Tackled by Yaya Nada. Al Ahli in that first half had 61% of possession, but you couldn't honestly say that they forced a save of any note at all from Khalid Issa. Clearance from Khalid Al Hashmi. There's Al Hashmi, part of the UAE squad for the World Cup qualifiers earlier this month, but didn't actually feature. Was an unused substitute in both games against the Kyrgyz Republic and Qatar. After the game against Qatar, I watched after the match. He was doing some fitness drills. He had a substantial amount of tape actually on his right knee. Laba takes that on the chest. But, referee's assistant flags for an offside. He's just beyond Ibanez there when the ball was played. Demiral getting his arm in the air as well. Here's Al-Hashmi. It's his second season at Ahli. Arrived last summer from Bani Yas. Yaslam. Kessie. Fouled by Palacios. It's good play actually from Kessie, just getting ahead of Palacios. The only way that Palacios was then going to get to the ball was through Kessie. Push on from Kessie, Côte d'Ivoire international. Palacios just being spoken to by our referee, Adam McCadme. Kessie feeling the full force, full effects of that challenge. Mahrez is over the ball. 33 years of age now, Riyad Mahrez. Started every match in this competition this season for Al Ahli. Good ball in, well defended by Labber. The cross can come in from Vega. Kessie with the shot, beaten away by Khalid Issa. Mahrez blocked by Banda Alababi. And then Alababi with the header away, and the foul from Ibanez. First time Issa has really been tested. Thumping shot from Kessie, beaten away by the goalkeeper. This angle will really show that was heading in. Needed some strong hands from Khalid Issa. Real power in that hit, and that was the foul from Ibanez. Just a little enlarged show there between the two players. Ibanez 1m85, Alababi 1m69. And there's about 13 or 14 kilos between the two as well, so Alababi crunched into by the Brazilian, getting the free kick as a result. Roger Ibanez, 25 years of age, arrived in August of last year from Roma for a fee believed to be in excess of 28 million euros. Had 4 seasons at Roma. Also played at Atalanta. He's been featured for Brazil since September of last year. Mahrez goes down under challenge. Some really soft fouls we've seen in this match. That was one of them. Ball going all the way back to Edouard Mendy. Just his second start out of the 5 AFC Champions League Elite matches this season. Started on match day 1 as well. It was the 1-0 win against Persepolis of Iran. Ibanez, Oadio, Jorgens. He's got Rahimi on the run here. It's really good defending in the end. You can see that Majrashi has decided to dispense with his face mask for this second half. Palacios, he's overcooked that pass. That's a shame. Nice quick build-up from Alain. It's more like the sort of play we've seen from them over the last few seasons. They've always had a reputation for playing the game at pace, being one of the fitter sides in this country. Won the title under the Ukrainian Sergei Rebrov in 2021-22. Vega, down he goes, feeling he was fouled by Al-Hashmi. Nothing given by the referee, he was pretty close to the action. Park checks back inside. Good ball, finds Palacios, who sweeps it out to this near side to Rahimi. It's well played by Majrashi, getting very close to his man. Park again. Nice little interplay this by Alain, keeping the ball alive, keeping it pinging around. Awadullah trying to cut inside. Gets the ball back, sets up Palacios. Didn't want to take the shot with his left foot. Jorgens does, and it's blocked. Palacios again checks back onto his right. And in the end, it's saved at his near post by Mendy. I'm not sure that was going in, but Mendy wasn't taking any chances. And Palacios there illustrating his preference, his strong preference for his right foot. He could have taken a shot earlier had he had more confidence in his left. But again, Jardim asking for more from the fans. They're clapping as Jorgens prepares to take this corner. Swept in, and the header comes in from Park, just wide. It's better delivery there for Alain. Park getting up. Couldn't quite direct his header on target. Quality of the set pieces hasn't been all it should have been, perhaps, from Alain so far, but that was much better. Majrashi, not a particularly good ball, that. One in the air by Ibanez. And Al-Ababi using his pace, getting the early ball in. Headed away by Majrashi. Rahimi, again, not able to get the better of the right back. It's good defensive work again from the number 27. Al-Ababi trying to get the cross in, blocked by Yaslam. Yaslam again. It's his clearance away. Saad Yaslam, actually in his third AFC Champions League campaign. His previous two were with Al Tawoun. Joined Al Ahli in September of last year. Al Ahli back at the top table in the region, having missed the past two editions of the AFC Champions League. Jorgens, good tackle coming in from Alexander, the young Brazilian. Majrashi, he's got space to run into here now. Park coming across to try and close him down. Majrashi still going. And that's gone out of play. He goes down and takes a tumble. By that stage, the ball was already dead. Majrashi frustrated, covered an awful lot of real estate there on this right-hand side, commentary box side of the Hazza bin Zayed Stadium. Really good run, battling away with Park, but he lost control of the ball there. Good defensive play from Park there. Tenacious stuff from the South Korean. That looked like handball to me from Kessie, and the referee agreed. I was trying to catch the ball, it appeared there. Not sure why his hands were in that position. Coming up to the hour mark then. And still we await the first goal. A flick from Yaya Nada. Majrashi seen a lot of the ball in this early stage of the second half. Referee trying to pour some oil on troubled waters on this near side. Having a chat with Majrashi. Of course, remember, he's already been yellow carded. And I think that's the point that our referee, Adam McAdamy, is making to him. Only so many chances you can have before that second yellow comes out. Geisler not so sure about that decision. Neither side has made a change as yet. Alababi gets bundled over by Vega. It's good play from Alababi, cutting inside, getting between the defender and the ball, drawing the foul. Just a tangle of legs, really, wasn't it? But Vega, once Alababi had got into that position, the only way he was going to be able to try and get the ball was to commit a foul. Tackle from behind really has gone out of the game these days. Two players in the wall then. Palacios and Jorgens over the ball. Jorgens is going to take the free kick. Whips it in with his left foot. Good delivery and over the top. Great save from Mendy. Pushed over the bar. Kawadia with the header. A looping header it was too. That was heading in. Acrobatic stuff from Edouard Mendy. And that's got the Elaine fans up out of their seats. Good quality delivery, that from Jorgens. And a corner to follow. Header comes in, and it's headed away by Albrican. It was Labber with the header. Wasn't going in, but Albrican wasn't taking any chances. Back on defensive duty. Mahrez as well in the end. And that's a rugged challenge from Rahimi. And they're not too happy with that, are the Ahli players, and understandably so. Rahimi getting a yellow card for that. I think that's fair enough. Majrashi at pace, and Rahimi absolutely clobbering him. So the first name to be taken for Elaine this evening is Soufiane Rahimi. Element of frustration there I rather fancy in that challenge. He's not seen as much of the ball as he would like. And there's going to be a triple substitution for Ahli very shortly. See Bassam Mouraji down there on the sidelines. Rahimi very apologetic to the referee. Ibanez having a word too. Have a look at this challenge again. Well, certainly wasn't anywhere near the ball there, was he? Really badly timed tackle. And here's Kawadio's looping header and a really good save from Mendy. Sort of save a goalkeeper at this level you would expect to make. But all the same, really good tip over his own crossbar. Good strong hand. And here come the changes now. Coming off is Al-Brikan. And he's going to be replaced by the €42 million man, Ivan Toney. Not a bad man to have coming in off the bench. Also going off is Majrashi, and he's being replaced by Haraji. And also on is Zian Al-Jahani. Just waiting for confirmation of who he's replaced. It's Alexander, in fact, the young Brazilian who's struggled to make an impact in the match, if truth be told. Cross comes in and easily gathered. Firmino were able to get on the end of that. So Ziad Al-Jahani, midfielder, 23 years of age. He's made 8 starts in the Saudi Pro League this season. Forward by Al-Ababi. Yahya Nada getting the ball tangled under his feet, but doing well to regain control of it. Park, he's tackled by Ibanez. And that's a free kick. Al-Jahani's conceded it, bringing down Awadullah. First action there by the young midfielder since him concede that free kick. So Ivan Toney on, Al-Jahani on, and Bassam Bareji on. Expectation is that the number 6 will slot in at right wing back. He's in his 2nd season at Ahli, joined from Al Batin in the summer of 2023. He's just made 1 appearance off the bench this season in the AFC Champions League Elite, and that was on matchday 1, as well as 3 unused substitute appearances in the matchday squad. Al-Jahani's actually started 3 times in this competition this season. This is the 2nd time he's come off the bench. He also did it against Al Rayyan. Ivan Toney, 2nd substitute appearance for him. As well as that, there have been 3 starts for him in this competition this season. Still yet to get off the mark, though, in the AFC Champions League, although he has scored 3 goals in the Saudi Pro League, 1 in the King's Cup. Forward by Eric Jorgens, and that's a free kick against Rahimi, tangling with Franck Kessie. Two players bouncing off each other in the end. The referee decided that Kessie was more sinned against than sinning. Jardim, fair to say, disagrees. He knows what an asset Rahimi is to him. Very much the talisman of the Al side. His 4th season here at the Hazard bin Zayed Stadium, Soufiane Rahimi. It's been a very stop-start affair in the recent past, as we just go past the halfway stage of this 2nd half, as Awadullah and Al Hashmi make Gabri Veiga meet in an Al sandwich. That means is that it's a free kick for Al Ahli, I should say, in very, very promising position. Riyad Mahrez is over the ball, very much the dead ball specialist. What a record that man has. 43 goals in the English Premier League. winner of the UEFA Champions League back in 2022-23. Would he love to put the AFC Champions League winners' medal on his sideboard as well? Entirely happy with where Rahimi is. He's the solitary man in the wall. Dinked forward. Oh yes! And it's Tony on as a substitute. And straight into the action. Ivan Toney, his first goal in the AFC Champions League, in the right place at the right time, timed his run perfectly. And a fantastic delivery by Riyad Mahrez. Joy for Jesla, joy for the fans. And Ahli, well, they've had a lot of the ball in this match, and now they've scored the first goal. Ivan Toney, wonderful delivery from Mahrez. The sort of ball that a striker really gobbles up for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a snack in the evening too. Powering his header into the corner. There was absolutely no chance at all for Khalid Issa. It will of course be checked, as these things always are with VAR. No problems at all there. So Ivan Toney, it's his 5th goal of the season and his first in the AFC Champions League. Means that Ahli really do have a mountain to climb now, up against a side who in the recent past simply haven't conceded goals. Coming into this match, it was 241 minutes since they last conceded. Oh, it's 2! But the flag's gone up on this near side. Firmino absolutely creamed that shot with his right foot. It will of course be checked by VAR. Firmino, well, he was in an onside position, but he received the ball from, I think it was Ivan Toney, coming back from an offside position. Meanwhile, Soufiane Rahimi's receiving treatment at the other end of the pitch. What a thumping shot that was from the man who's wearing the captain's armband this evening for Ahli. Decision is no goal, and understandably so. Very straightforward decision, in fact, for our VAR officials, led by Sivakorn Pudahom. Firmino won't catch many balls than that any cleaner this season. Changes are plenty being contemplated now by Ahli. See Mohamed Abbas and Kaku waiting to come on. Rahimi, meanwhile, is off the pitch, receiving a little bit more treatment. He's wanted to come back on now. You can see he's waving at the referee at the bottom of your screen. Demiral. Down the line by Muraji. Clearance by Khalid Issa. Kessie. Yaslam has room to move into. Checks back. Ibanez. Demiral can move forward now. Goes down by Palacios. Good play by Mahrez. Always seems to find space on the pitch, no matter how congested it is. Ibanez goes long. A pinpoint ball to Mahrez that was. And a sweeping delivery in. And a second goal, is it? Yes, it is. The flag stays down this time. And it's a double for Toney. What a move that was, though, by Ahli. Absolute picture book goal, and their fans love it. Why not? The visitors double their advantage. And that really was a fantastic piece of work. Look at that ball there from Ibanez. And the ball in from Mahrez was just as good. Quality finish from Tony too, because that's on the half volley. That's not easy at all. At full stretch as well. And to guide that past Khalid Issa, that requires a little bit of skill as well, using the bottom of his foot. Jardim crestfallen. 2 goals in the space of a couple of minutes. And all of a sudden, Ahli are away. And it'll be very difficult to catch them. Ivan Toney, oh yes. Wonderful goal that was, though, by Ahli. A couple of fantastic passes and a really, really good finish. Changes have been made then. Palacios is off. And so is Mohamed Awadullah. And in their place come Kaku, Paraguayan international, and Mohamed Abbas, the UAE midfielder. There's Awadullah. Frustrating evening for him this evening. But Jardim clearly believes in him, giving them the opportunity after he'd been very much a fringe player under the previous coach, Hernan Crespo. Now there's going to be another change. There's Palacios. Frustrating times for him and for the team. They just can't seem to make things click at the moment. Firmino, the captain. He goes to have a sit down, and he's been replaced by Sumaya Al-Nabit. So, 2-goal advantage that Ahli have. It's an opportunity for Geisler just to rest one of his big guns. To say the match is over, not by any stretch of the imagination, but they look comfortable at the moment, don't they, Ahli? Mahrez on Jorgens. Got another match in the Saudi Pro League in just 4 days' time against Al-Wehda. Ahli. Matches in total, in fact, for Ahli before we get to the middle of December, when at that point the Arabian Gulf Cup kicks in. Kessie spreads the play out to that far side. Raji, shot comes in across the face of goal. He feels it should have been a corner. Referee disagrees. Vision there by Kessie to spread the play out to man on the touchline. Substitute. Shot with the right foot across the face of goal and just wide of Khalid Issa's left hand upright. Here's the Arabian Gulf Cup. Takes place from December the 21st to January the 3rd in Kuwait. 8 teams from the region, headed away by Demiral. It's an international tournament, of course. Group A hosts Kuwait, Oman, the UAE and Qatar. Group B, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain and Yemen. So regular feature of the football calendar in this part of the world. And through ball from Kaku, almost finding Rahimi, who's got a bit of a limp on. At the other end, meanwhile, Mahrez with the back heel. Substitute Al-Nabit was trying to play the through ball, and in the end ended up following up on his own pass. Here he is. It's his fourth appearance off the bench in this competition this season. He was also an unused substitute on one occasion. Talking of the Gulf Cup, he actually played for Saudi Arabia in the previous edition. It took place in Basra in early 2023. Karaji with the cross, cut out by Kawadio. Come on, he says. And now 2 balls on the pitch. Require the referee's whistle. Look at the drop ball by the looks of things. With the tackle, should go out of play for a goal kick. The change coming for the home team. Matthias Segovia, the Paraguayan, along with Kaku about to come on. He's 21 years of age. He's only made 1 appearance off the bench in this competition this season. That was in match day 2. Away at Al Gharafa, 4-2 defeat on that occasion. Just a 1 point for Alain in this competition this season so far. That was on match day 1. A 1-1 draw here against Al Sadd of Qatar. Goal down in that game, actually, from Afif scoring, Qatar captain. Added time in the first half before Matias Palacios equalised with 10 minutes remaining. Alababi cuts inside away from Ibanez. Tricky stuff from him, still going. Gets the crossover, there's no one at the back post, and in the end, it's helped behind for a corner by Horaji. And now the change will come. And it's going to be Rahimi who will make his way off. Certainly wasn't moving freely, Soufiane Rahimi. And Segovia will replace him. Big bag of ice there for Rahimi to get on whatever his trouble is. Yaya Nada picks up the scraps from that corner being headed clear. Cross swung in, one in the air by Demiral. Park. Yaya Nada bursts into the area, lays it back, and the shot comes in, and it's cleared away somehow. Mohamed Abbas it was who got the shot in. Man who scored in the first leg of the final of this competition last season. In the end, it was Kessie who's taken the captain's armband who got the block in. Mohamed Abbas says, what do I have to do to score? Those fans are asking the same question, I think. Meanwhile, while you're watching that action from the terraces, Mendy was just down for a short while. The referee's not allowed treatment. Barbie not too impressed with how long this is taking, actually, for Mendy to ready himself. The referee, meanwhile, not happy with all the argy-bargy that's taking place. You can see Park asking him to make sure he adds time on at the end. The referee will do the refereeing, the players will do the playing, hopefully. Corner taken short to Segovia. Cut inside, header comes in. It's Mohamed Abbas again. He's not the tallest individual. Just 1.74 m. So it was going to be very difficult for him to get up and power that header goalwards. So it proved. That hit the hand of Ibanez there. Certainly the fans on that far side thought so. Ahli have had a lot of shots, as you can see there. And there have been some really good saves by Mendy, particularly in the first half, from Laba and Rahimi. And then, of course, in this second half, the looping header from Kawadio. Ahli, though, they've been very clinical thanks to Tony. And they can look to build again now through Mahrez bursting forward. Checks back, looks for options. Jorgens gets the block in, and in the end, that's good defensive work. An opportunity spurned there, perhaps, for the visiting side, but they're comfortable at the moment. Just 4.5 minutes of normal time remaining. 4.5 minutes separating Ahli from making it 5 wins out of 5. Mahrez, his shot is blocked by Kawadio. Attempted to be pushed forward by Mohamed Abbas. The run was initially from Kaku. And the foul coming in, I think it was from Segovia in the end. Yes, the referee not too impressed with the young substitute. Not too impressed with him being shown his back either. It's cynical, that challenge from Segovia. Fortunate to escape and shown a card. Just 1 card apiece for the two sides this evening. Majrashi in the first half for Ahli and Rahimi in the second for the hosts. Wins the header. Kaku. Who had started the 4 previous match days. It's an accustomed role for him off the bench then. Jorgens just gesturing that he had no options going forward, so happy to go square and then go back. Yaya Nada. Segovia, who's made himself free in the halfway area. Centre circle. Mohamed Abbas gets the ball out to Manda Alababi, and then Segovia just caught in possession by Kessie, much to the frustration of the fans on that far side of the ground. The referee's whistle goes because Ziad Al-Jahani is down on the edge of the area. So we can make out why. Contact there at all, but he's indicating to the referee at the end of that shot. Somebody wants some sort of treatment. Fans from Ahli made the journey here from Saudi Arabia, and boy, are they happy. What a contrast. Those fans, anything but. Some of them heading for the exits. Those supporters will stay and party for a while, I suspect. Plenty to ponder for Leonardo Jardim. He's taken on a big job here at Ahli, and it's just got bigger. got 3 more matches. He started off this match day just 2 points away from 8th place, which is currently occupied ahead of this round by Istiklal, the Iranian team. Remaining matches for Ahli against Paktakor on the 3rd of December, that's away. And into February, Al Rayyan of Qatar, it's their last home match here on the 3rd of February. And then a couple of weeks later, they're away in Iraq against Al Shorta. So you would reckon they're getting to the stage now where they'll need to have a perfect record going forward if they're to make it into the top 8. Top 8 from both East and West go forward to a round of 16. The side placed 8th in the league table will play the side who end up topping it. So it's an advantage to finish as high up as you can. Our 4th official, meanwhile, indicates there are 7 minutes, a minimum of 7 minutes to be played at the end of this game. Al-Ababi, can he salvage something for his side? Gets the ball in, Labba with the flick, and the flag's gone up. No hesitation there on that far side of the pitch from the referee's assistant. Let's have a look. Demiral had just moved up sufficiently to leave Labba, at least half of Labba's body, in an offside position. It's a clever little flick from him. Mendy was defeated, but the flag was the ultimate arbiter. Frustration for Labba, frustration for Ahli. It's been that sort of evening for them. Mentioned what Ahli have got coming up in this competition. Well, for Al Ahli, we've got Istiklal, beginning of December, home fixture, and then into February, Al Saad of Qatar, away from home in Doha for that one. On the 3rd, Mendy uses his head to good effect, and then 2 weeks after that, we wrap up with another game against a Qatar side, Al Gharafa. Labba drills the ball over. Segovia, great defensive work again. The block this time coming in from Al-Jahani. That ball shall not pass. That's the attitude of the defenders here for Al Ahli. Corner coming in. Shot from Kaku. Oh, it's in, yes! Well, we've got a grandstand finish now. Kaku off the bench. And Kaku into the scoring. What a hit that was with his left foot from the edge of the area. Thunderous strike. And the first goal that Al Ahli have conceded in something like 5.5 hours of competitive action. Tony with the header, and then Kaku with the volley off the underside of the bar. In fact, it was on the half volley, but didn't he catch it sweetly? No chance at all for Mendy. He was nothing more than a spectator. So all of a sudden, those spectators who were heading for the exits, they might well have heard the roar and wondered what on earth they were doing. Is there time for Ahli to rescue the situation? Kaku, Labba, Segovia. All of a sudden, the atmosphere is crackling here. Yahya Nada, Al-Ababi. 3 players in the area for Ahli. Yahya Nada's continued his run, but he can't keep that in play. Pass just overcooked by his captain. And he's taken a tumble into an advertising board. See if we can make out what happened here. sliding in desperation times. Bang. He's up on his feet again, hobbling away. He knows time is of the essence. Can they create one more chance here? Ahli, can they get something out of this match? Well, 2 balls on the pitch at the moment. Nada. It's actually his first start this evening for Ahli since match day 1, when he was substituted, when he was injured. It's an unused substitute in the last 2 matches that Ahli have played. So he's put in a big shift this evening. Goals come late for Ahli. Is it too late? Long ball forward. Shepherded out. Oh, goodness me. Yaslam thumped into the boards there. Pushed by Labba. And Labba letting him know what he thinks, and Yaslam none too impressed as well. I've got to say, I am impressed with the way Yaslam bounced up there, because he really hit those advertising boards, the same boards that Nada hit a short while ago, with some force. All the while, though, time is ticking away. Just under 90 seconds of the minimum of 7 to be played are left. Substitution is about to be made by Ahli. Coming off is Gabri Veiga, who's had a frustrating evening this evening. Fahad Al-Rashidi will replace him. The last change that's available for Ahli this evening. Al-Rashidi, in his 2nd season at Ahli. Arrived on a free transfer from Al Tawoun in the summer of 2023. Just 1 appearance off the bench in this competition this season, and that was actually also in the UAE in match day 2. And the yellow card shown now to Mendy for time wasting. On we go. Referee, I'm sure, will add a little bit of time on for that last delay. I'm sure it'll be enough, though, for Ahli. Nada looking for a long sweeping ball to Segovia. Desperate times now for the hosts. They need to get the ball back in play and get it up to the other end of the pitch and get it up there quickly. Kessie, Mahrez, Segovia can't keep that under control. Calm down, that's the message from the officials there. Yasla getting involved with Segovia. Words were exchanged and the tempers just on a short fuse. Segovia, in fact, being shown a yellow card there for a little bit of dissent. The 2nd player for Ahli to be yellow carded this evening. So we've gone way beyond the minimum of 7 minutes to be played. How much longer are we going to be going, I wonder? Franck Kessie getting a yellow card as well. So 5 cards in total shown by our referee. Cleared by Eric Jorgens. The whistles you can hear coming from the Ahli fans. Barbie being fouled, being pulled back. And another yellow card. And, all sorts of pushing and shoving out there. Card was shown to Al Nabid for the push. He himself then took a tumble, and it was Park who was doing the pushing, and he's been carded as well. So all of a sudden, an absolute plethora of cards being shown. Hasn't really been that sort of match. 7 cards now in total. Eisler indicating he thinks time is up on the sidelines, but the referee happy to allow play to continue. Kaku with a long ball in, too long, a rather fancy, yes indeed. And is that the last chance to get the ball into the danger area for Ahli this evening? Well, Ahli certainly think it is. Frustration for Jardim. The referee asks for play to restart, but there can only be a matter of seconds to go now. Another free kick. And indeed, that is it. Al Ahli continue their remarkable and marvellous run in this season's AFC Champions League. It's played 5, won 5 for the side from Saudi Arabia. A double from Ivan Toney, on as a substitute in the second half. First of all, a header back across the face of goal after a free kick from Riyad Mahrez, and then being on the end of a sweeping move from Ibanez to Mahrez, and then just cushioning the ball in past Khalid Essa. 2 good goals for Ivan Toney then, his first 2 in the AFC Champions League. That was the cushion that Al Ahli needed in this second half, and even though Ahli pushed as hard as they couldn't find a way through until added time, with a wonderful half volley from another substitute, this time Kaku, off the underside of the crossbar. But it was too little too late for the hosts, who now have just 1 point from their first 5 matches as they attempt to defend the competition. Leonardo Jardim, the coach for Ahli, lots of work for him to do, but lots of pleasure for Al Ahli, their players, their staff and their supporters, because they've come to Ahli and they've secured a victory. It's all over then at the AFC Champions League Stadium on match day 5, and it's finished. Ahli 1, Al Ahli 2.